YouTube. I'm gonna say good morning, YouTube. Hello, what's going on? And probably go over all that one more time. Not all of it, but if you guys want, go check our Instagram for the trade recap of this trade. Got the order block, the optimal trade entry, and our entry and take profit. This is on gold. Now I'm gonna be looking at the daily here, guys, because I want to know what's the daily time frame doing. That's a bullish daily time frame on gold right there. So I'm going to keep an eye for any potential long positions on gold. We sort of have a 15-minute basing to create a demand zone here. However, we're in the supply zone at the moment, so definitely a little tough to say. NASDAQ and ES, what I really want to see is I want to see NASDAQ break its pre-market high into supply. And I want to see ES hold its pre-market high. Then I'm going to take some shorts on the NASDAQ there. So we'll try to remember when this was on YouTube so I could clip that in case it happens. Now another potential setup. I don't know. We got to see. Definitely have to see. So like we took that low. The same low, same low. Keeping an eye on these lows. This is an important low right over here, right? Because NASDAQ might break that because we had a 30-minute demand zone here on, where are we? Here on ES, right here. NASDAQ tried to create the same 30-minute demand zone, but it failed because the following candle, the wick pushed lower. So something else I might want to look for divergence-wise is NASDAQ to break the lows, ES to not break the lows and hold inside this demand. Market opens in about 13 seconds, so we're going to stay a little patient and see how the market trades from here. Good morning, YouTube. What's going on, everybody? Kevin here. Going to take some trades with you guys today live. We're looking at the ES right here on this top chart, NASDAQ on the middle chart, and the bottom one we're going to switch between gold and crude. Oh, I'm mad. I'm mad at TradingView. Because they bumped it to a basic, and I had to go back to a premium. Oh, okay, they didn't unsave it. I was worried they unsaved the charts. Alright, so now NASDAQ's got some strength. We got some areas of interest. This blue area right here worked as support a few times, then it was resistance, so keep an eye on that, because it does also fall in this fair value gap. Again, NASDAQ is a tad, just a little bit weaker than ES right now. But, I'm sorry, stronger. No, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it plays out. Have to be patient on this, guys. It's a fair value gap. Gonna mark that fair value gap. Gonna stay patient. Good morning, YouTube. What is going on? Again, ES on this top chart, NQ on this middle chart. Gold and crude will be switched in and out on this bottom chart. Let's look at the highs right here on gold. I want to see how we react to this high. I also want to see if I could get gold on bookmap. Let's see. I should be able to. I just got to get the symbol right. What's gold? I thought it was, I didn't think it was. What was it? Is it zebra? Okay. On what? CBOT or the Alright. Oh, you know what? I think I just found it. It is COMEX, COMEX. How do you pronounce that? Is it Z though? It is Z. So guys, we're gonna take a look at gold here, see if we get any rejection in gold. And I actually need to fix my headset so I hear you guys through my headset, or else I'm wearing this for no reason. I like that rejection off that high on gold right there, plus that 5-minute candle that's forming, the inverse hanging man right there. Again, getting a bit of a push higher into that fair value gap on NASDAQ. ES also has that fair value gap right there. I'm not taking any shorts here. Give me 1 second, Discord, just to fix my audio so I could hear you guys. Awesome, thank you. Okay, that should be better. Now I could hear you guys in my headset. We're rejecting that fair value gap. Again, that was also near that area of interest. And key psych level of 18,500. Me personally, I'm definitely thinking bears might want to take it today, but the setup I was looking for is a sweep of these highs up here inside the supply zone. We might not get that. So I'm going to see how this 5 minute wants to close. Going to see how the 15 minutes looking. When the 15 wants to close. Looking at looking at gold over here. We'll see about gold.
All right, NQ is just pulled down below VWAP, and the VPOC is rising.
This is the setup we're looking at on gold right here, guys. Take out the lows. Take out this recent low from this high in supply. Ooh, this high lines up with that 50%. Yeah, I'm liking that on gold. I'm probably going to take these gold shorts here, guys. Notice how I'm not taking NASDAQ, even though that NASDAQ trade is working out pretty well right now. Gold's working out nice, too. We'll keep an eye on NASDAQ and ES, see if they want to make any type of divergence. Gold is just pushing away without us now, so that was definitely a good call on shorts on gold and supply. We'll see if it comes back and gives us any other entry. Guys, if you guys ever want me to cover anything specific, please let me know. I'm always all ears. I'd love to know what you guys are interested in trading-wise. I'd love to know what you guys are looking at, trading, everything. Whoa, gold just gave us a crazy move right there. I'm going to put my order out there. Obviously not filled yet, but I'm going to try to short gold. Right from this level. It just wicked back up for a second and then continued dropping. I could have had my limit order out at that point, but when it wicked like that with the last like 5-10 seconds of the 5 minute candle, I was worried it was going to close green on us. So let's see if we want to push back higher. NASDAQ is giving us a nice rejection off of that fair value gap. Real clean stuff right there. Very nice. Looking for gold to come back to this 2470.90 level and take gold short right there. Part of me wants to grab these gold shorts now, but we'll see. Let's see. Market pulse. I got like all the indicators turned off because I was recording videos. Yeah, gold might continue here. Gold's got good selling pressure. Yeah, I'm gonna see if we could get in at supply on gold. Because now it looks like we might want to drop. Okay, so there's my first fill. And if we do come back up to that original area right up here, I might look to add. Look at that NASDAQ trying to hold push higher. Again, my original trade plan is shorts and supply on NASDAQ. Want to see if gold could push a little higher to my entry point. I am in one short gold position right now at supply. So my first entry is here at 2470. 2470 on gold. Coming up to my entry right now. I do like that. I'm going to add to my short entry. Stop loss is still at the highs though. There is some buying pressure coming into gold, but look at the sellers keep trying to come back in. So we're going to keep an eye on this. We're still looking for this. It's like a turtle soup right there. That high, that pre-market high. Nice. And now we're looking for sellers to really step in and push us lower here. I'm in 2 gold short positions right now. Good enough entry. 2470.40 is my base entry. 2470.40. And looking for a nice strong move to the downside. I'll check the 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame. Want to be aware of these other time frames. 45 looks pretty bearish. Nice rejection. Beautiful. Look at that, guys. Huge. Great crude trade so far. Great trade so far. Look at this. Right down here, guys. We're in these crude shorts right now. Give you guys a quick look. I'm in 2 contracts gold right now. 2 contracts gold to the downside. Beautiful. Beautiful Friday trade right there. I'm probably going to look to scale out of 1 contract. That's some good selling pressure. I might not. I'm going to get out of... Look at that. Wow. I'll get out of 1 right there. Gives me 1 more drop. Might not. Let's see. We're going to keep an eye on this, guys. That was a strong move to the... Ooh, there we go. Come on, keep that going. Keep that going. I'm playing around with my take profit. If sellers step in strong again, I'm moving it, and we're going to try to hold this. 24.65. 24.65 is where I want to target. First target's on these gold because of bookmap over here. 24.65. Sort of struggling down here. Nice, nice. Wow, look at that. I'm gonna take off 1 contract right there. You're gonna hear that fill in a sec. Right there, 24.65.90. 65.90. So like right over here. Buyers are again trying to bring us back up here. We got a second left. This is a pretty weak 5-minute candle though, so I'm not freaking out about it. I'm gonna hold these shorts. Can't get worried on the pullbacks. Look how strong the bears were. So right now we're waiting. We haven't really taken out any major pivots, so I'm not too worried. I want to see if we could continue, because if we could continue here, we could create a 5-minute fair value gap, which is great. That shows us an imbalance, shows us strength in the market. If we do pull back here, I'm going to be very careful with my trade. I am going to be moving my stops to that previous buy-side liquidity. And again, sort of looking to take 1 contract off around that 24.65.90. So look at the strong sell wall that just picked up there. Picked up and then it dropped off. So let's be careful now. See how the market reacts to that with heat map. I sort of want to put my stops right here, 24.68.90. Very good, very good. About 3 minutes left. I might move my take profit and see if we want to run real strong to the downside, but we're going to see. I'll play it safe. I will still get out of 1 around 24.65. Sort of want that 24.65 right here. Looks real strong still on heat map. YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys are taking some shorts with us today. We are short on gold still. Gonna probably still look for 24.65.30 now for my first take profit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Now to 1 contract right there. Moving stops to break even. Great trade on gold so far. Still looking for this target, this low right here. That low right there. Gotta remember the market has been pretty bullish. So with that being said, we're in an order block. We'll see if we break it. Nice, I like that. I like that. Let's go. Huge.
Yeah, you picked the better one there. NQ's nothing but chop.
I like to think so. I know, I'm gonna try to get out of this last contract. I don't know if we're gonna feel it all the way down to the downside. I don't know if we're gonna make, cause you know what it is. I don't know if we're gonna make a new low right here. Ooh, all right, boom. I'm all out. I'm all out of gold. It might go make that low. It might go make that low right now. But I got out because the daily bias is bullish. The daily bias is bullish. I don't really want to be going against the daily bias too long, too hard like that. Especially because if my target didn't get hit and we ended up reversing, I'm gonna have a green trade turn into a red trade on me. So we cut it here at the break of that order block. I do think we're gonna run to that final take profit, take out that sell side liquidity, right? Because what happened? We took out the buy side liquidity and supply. We went short off of that, and then we had a nice move. So we should be targeting the sell side liquidity. Again, I took some profits because that daily. Nice. Kevin took those shorts with me too on gold. Love it, dude. Love it. Yeah, good day today. Great day today. We're looking at NASDAQ. Yup, just like Marziti said, just sort of chopping around right now. That's awesome, dude. That is sick. That's just about understanding when to trade, which one to trade, where to trade, having the ability to have the charts in front of you to look at what you want to trade. Look at these buyers trying to step in on gold now before that low. That's tough. Yeah, there it is. That would have been boom, take profit hit. That was a wild trade, though. That was real good. Real good. I haven't traded gold in a while, so it feels good because now it's like, okay, now that's going to be in our rotation a bit more. Nice. Yo, we caught the top of those gold shorts. That's nice. 15-minute. We got anything going on NASDAQ and ES now. Let's take a look. Wow, gold. Crazy, man. Love it. YouTube, hit that like button. Make sure you guys made some bread with us this morning. It's 9:45. And just like that, with discipline, we're done for the day. I'll keep the stream going. Obviously, not gonna leave you guys hanging like that. Wow, those bears, man. They meant business. They meant business. I should have held, I guess, something I'm sort of back testing, forward testing, is when we create fair value gaps, when we should hold to that next low, when we shouldn't hold to that next low. And obviously, like most people, when and when not to enter a fair value gap, right? A lot of people have trouble with that. And that's going to happen in the market, right? We're going to have trouble understanding, oh, is this a good entry? Is this not a good entry? Now, fair value gaps are important. They help create imbalances, they help create entries, they help create areas of interest, areas to exit. And because of all this, it's important to know where they are, but it's also important to know not to trade every single one we get. As we see here on gold, we had a fair value gap here. We broke it. We had a fair value gap here. We tried to hold it, and then we broke it. One up here, just failed right through it. So because they're so everywhere on the market, they're very subjective, right? And when we have something subjective in the market, it creates an uncertainty, and we can't trade with uncertainty. We have to be not exactly sure, but we have to be smart in a sense that we know what. Also, I think NASDAQ looks good for shorts. We have to sort of know in a sense of like what we're trading, why we're trading it, and what else is lining up with this fair value gap. Are we trading the same daily bias? Are we on a bullish daily bias and now we have a bullish fair value gap? Do we have a bullish daily bias, a bullish fair value gap? And is there a breaker block there too, or an order block created underneath it? Maybe you look to target the order block. Have you put up the optimal trade entry? Does that line up with anything? Fibonacci is a fantastic tool. There's all different things you gotta ask yourself. Let's take a look at crude oil, see if we missed anything on crude. But after that gold short, I don't think we missed anything anywhere. Yeah, it was clean. What I wonder is if there's any type of divergence to look for on crude and gold. Now, I'm gonna put, for the time being, I'm gonna put crude oil on this middle chart. And as we do see, gold took out this high, crude did not take out that high. Crude was already bearish. But this could just be an instance, it just so happened to happen scenario, situation. So we're going to take a look. Let's see. We'll take a look at some more examples, right? So I do see the price action tends to be a little similar, not too similar, because look, we had a nice move here. And then the move continued on crude while we pulled back on gold. Let's see what else. So I think gold, you would really want to do some divergence with gold with something like silver. You know, it's another type of metal. Crude looks good to the downside. Let's see. Gold just, NASDAQ just chopping around. That was, again, a really nice trade on gold this morning. Risked 1 point to make 6 points, about. Nice little 5-to-1, very clean. Good risk to reward on that. Wanted to risk about 200. Profit was a little over 1,000. So very clean, good stuff. OTE on GC. There was no optimal trade entry on gold. The reason there was no optimal trade entry on gold is because we were taking out a high. Now, usually, for an optimal trade entry, it's a pullback and trend continuation trading setup. So we would look for an entry somewhere in the 61-78%, which would sort of line up at the supply zone right here. Now, it's not going to work every time. There's no setup that does. So what I was looking for, because we had a supply zone here, is I was looking for us to take out the highs on gold. Plus, we opened the charts and we just so happened to be up here on gold. I wanted to see if we could reject that high and then fail, because if we were going to do what was considered a turtle soup in ICT concepts, which is really just a liquidity sweep, a reversal at the highs, whatever you want to call it, we have that inside a supply zone. So that gives me the extra confirmation that this trade is higher probability. Yes, Alex, appreciate you for tuning in. Yes, DXY and gold, those are the two that you have to look for. The Dixie and gold, you want those to be trending together. And as you see here, right, that would have been another nice little signal, right? We saw the dollar was selling off. Eventually, gold was getting weak too and sold off as well. Great stuff, great stuff. Appreciate that, Alex. Nice short, the Sammy. Yes, you know it, you know it. Love it. It might continue. We got out a little early, but we ain't stressing over it. Got out early because we were trying to be a bit extra cautious. The reason we wanted to be cautious is because we have the daily bias is bullish, right? Because we are over the previous day's high. Yesterday was a very strong day in the market, very difficult to battle that. Something I mentioned to the members yesterday, though, was I wanted to see the NASDAQ pull back to this purple level, which is about the halfway mark of this candle right here. So around 18,230, right? And that's also lines up with a 30-minute demand zone right here. So around 18,200. So I do want bears to take over for the NASDAQ eventually at some point today. And my target would be down here around 18,200. So that's about 200 points from where we are right now. So definitely want to be patient for that. 45-minute looks pretty bearish. See if we got any fair value gaps or anything to take short. Don't see anything much, but it does look good for the bears at the moment. So yeah, optimal trade entry is a great setup. It is not on every setup. Same with the fair value gaps. There was no fair value gap here that I traded. This was simply a rejection of the highs in supply. That's what we got to do. We got to keep it just a bit simple. We got to know what setups we're looking for. We got to know what zones we're looking for. And that's it. Big shout out to Zayden, one of the members here at Bullish Bears, also one of my one-on-one clients. He just passed his first eval today, so that is awesome. Big congrats. Guys, you could do it. You could pass an eval. You could get funded. Kevin, too. Kevin, I'm pretty sure you got funded as well recently. That is great. That is awesome. Love it. getting some gold buying pressure right now, right? So now what happened? We took out this low, took out a few lows over here actually, and then we started to pull back. So out of this gold short, not looking for any more gold. NASDAQ, I wanted shorts at this 18,650 level. I wanted us to take out the highs on the NASDAQ. Oops. I wanted us to take out the highs on NASDAQ while holding the high on ES, right? So I wanted NASDAQ to make a new high, ES to hold that high, give us divergence, and then I'm going to take that short. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's take a look at our equities, guys, right? Always important to be aware of where our equities are at. Let's change our settings real quick. Settings, template, and my template is this trial one right here. Sort of clean it up and then apply to all. All right, we're still only about what, 20 minutes into the market open, so we have plenty of time for NASDAQ to go make that high, ES to fail that high. We have plenty of time for NASDAQ to sell off, the ES to sell off. Really just a matter of being patient at the moment, watching the weighted index is trying to hold VWAP to push a bit higher. Got the, what's this, NVIDIA down here below its VWAP. Tesla pretty strong. This should be Meta, not NASDAQ. Meta's pretty strong, new high days on Meta. So again, it's a lot of uncertainty in the market. And if you're trading equities, make sure you have a watch list with all your equities and you're looking at it through the change percentage. The change percentage will tell you what's the strongest performing and what's the weakest performing that day. So right now it has AMD and Google as the weakest. We could check out AMD right here on our chart. Look at that. AMD is definitely the weakest. We would look for puts on AMD with the market also trending in our favor. Look how weak AMD is compared to Meta, which is super strong right now. And we would be able to see that with just this watch list. So super helpful. Look at these buyers. Again, I want to see these buyers come in. Gold starting to pull back as well. Real good to have different indices, different indexes, different futures, whatever you're trading, different stocks, whatever you're trading. It's good to have a handful of them because guess what? Sometimes the NASDAQ, I love trading the NASDAQ, but we were chopping around. Meanwhile, gold gave us a beautiful setup and we were able to capitalize on that because we weren't getting chopped up by NASDAQ. We weren't forcing trades in NASDAQ. We were looking for the one that was near a high in supply. We were looking for the one that was closer to a setup.
Okay, another bubbles for NQ.
Yes, the bubbles on the left over here are for the NASDAQ.
Thanks.
No problem. If you guys wanted, I could do NASDAQ and ES. I could do both of them, but then you're not going to see the regular chart. It's up to you guys if you wanted that. Because I could see the chart just fine on another screen, but it's up to you guys.
No, I'll keep the chart as well. I was just asking. Thank you.
Means no problem. Keep our market pulse right over here. We have the ES market pulse, the NASDAQ market pulse, crude oil market pulse, and the gold market pulse, right? Now, these are very important. They're very helpful, and they will help us find buying and selling pressure in these markets and see if it's sort of real or not. Bit of an iceberg forming here. Guys, what I really liked on, what's today's Friday? I think it must have been Monday then, or maybe it was last week. I don't know, whenever it was we were trading ES, it's funny, recently we've been trading ES and gold. Usually we trade crude oil and NASDAQ. It's just how the tides turn, you know what I'm saying? When one isn't working, the reason we have a bundle is so we could go on to the next one. What was I saying? Oh, yes, the icebergs. The icebergs were super helpful. Like this one right here, this would have been, I would have gone short up here on ES if I saw this iceberg. And look at this. This was right at the high. We took this high out on ES, and then we pushed lower. Did we take this high out on NASDAQ? Almost. That would have been a bit of divergence right there. Take a short right near these highs. Again, I'm staying patient. I want to see if we could take out this 18,650 up here. The iceberg, though, is super helpful. It's basically showing you where there's a large lot of absorption going on, right? So there's 30 right here of sellers trying to hold the market below this level. So you would be able to take, if we got close to this, a short position around maybe 53.3750 with your stop right above it and have a really close 1.2 point stop and be able to really profit, because again, we're looking for a very tight stop. We're able to have a nicer reward. If we're risking only a point or two and we're targeting 10 points, well, that's going to be a 5-to-1 up to a 10-to-1 depending on how tight our stop loss is and how wide our profit is. Now, with that being said, we don't want to go too crazy where we're maybe we have like a super tight 1 point stop where it's like right on the iceberg, because the market can get up to it before pushing back lower. So we want to keep it sort of above the iceberg. So let's see how we react to this iceberg on the ES. Also, take a look at gold. Just ran right through this fair value gap right there. So we're going to see if we want to inverse that fair value gap. And then if we break below it again, we could inverse that inversed fair value gaps and inverse, and we'll just be inversing everything. I'm just kidding. If you guys don't get it, I don't know, YouTube might not get it. I made a joke about that on Monday where I saw this Instagram trader. He talks about how he trades the inverse fair value gap, which would basically just be this setup right here. We have the bearish fair value gap. We turn around, we break above it, and if we close above it, that would make this an inverse fair value gap. He would just go long here, stop loss at the low, and he would target some type of high or something. That's not my favorite setup. Definitely not. You're looking at a 1.5-to-1, a 2-to-1 risk to reward. I'm good. I'll look for something a bit cleaner. But he started talking about, oh, I found this new setup. This is my favorite setup now. I like to look for an inverse fair value gap to fail, and then I'll short the inverse fair value gap. And I was just like, what is this guy even saying right now? It's already inversed. It's already failed. There's that bearish pressure. Yep, so the absorption, some good stuff coming in. NASDAQ. Now we're on NASDAQ. That was ES before. We'll keep NASDAQ up for you guys. I would not look for any shorts here. Right now we would be going short near some areas of support. Got to be very careful. Or if you do go short here, keep a very tight stop loss. We have one iceberg here at 18,416.75 on NASDAQ. I wouldn't trust one iceberg. Not at all. Not cold enough. Ha 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 ha. Inverse the inverse. Yeah, exactly. Ray said inverse the inverse. Gotta inverse all the inverse. And see that? This is where that one iceberg was. We broke it. That's also why we ain't going short down here. Buyers could bring it back up. But this is some weak buying pressure. Very small buy bubbles. I'd want to see a big one form. Just like that. Just like that. I'm not taking any longs here. We are 1 for 1 on the day on gold shorts. So we are chilling right now. Let's see if gold wants to give us an optimal trade entry, right? So we'll throw our OTE up there. We broke the low. Optimal trade entry falls within this fair value gap right here. Sort of want to take that. Probably not going to. Maybe is there a 1 minute fair value gap that lines up in there? Nope. Okay, so potential for another setup on gold, but I wouldn't take it again because the daily bias is bullish. We don't want to go against the daily bias. This inverse fair value gap would have worked so far. It's still pushing up higher.
Well, gold is at roughly 50% half back of the move. Is approaching 61%. 61%.
Yep. I see that. I see that's coming right up to that 61. Looking at NASDAQ here, still sellers are trying their best. Some absorption came in here. Take a look at, I wonder how crude's doing. Hey crude, how you doing? Expensive. Oh, okay, that's good, crude. I'm glad. Happy to hear. All right, let's see. Let's see. Any demand or supply zones on crude? I don't really see any supply or demand on crude either. So really just a matter of being patient, looking at how we react to highs and such. Look at the NASDAQ again. Buyers trying to step back in here. This is a chop zone. This is a no trade zone, guys. Mentioned earlier, YouTube, if you just joined in, we took gold shorts this morning because the NASDAQ was very choppy, chopping around. We were not a fan of it. So because gold gave us a nice rejection off of a new high a day in a supply zone, it did give us a candlestick pattern as well, which is this hanging man candle. But candlestick patterns are not a good confirmation. Very weak confirmation, but they're okay. They're okay. Definitely needs to line up with some type of liquidity sweep or supply zone. But we caught this for about a 4, almost a 5 to 1 risk to reward. Real clean on that. Real clean. I did end up adding, so it did turn into a 5 to 1, which is good. That's what we gotta do, keep those winners up. So these icebergs start to form on NASDAQ here. Take a look at ES. Look at ES going crazy over here right now. ES23 iceberg right there could take a short right now with about, nope. Can't take it on every iceberg. Market will prove that. But we could be patient.
Quickly explain iceberg, Kevin, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Let me pull it up over here. I love, what's it called? Bookmap always gives you a nice quick explanation. It basically shows iceberg orders and execution of stop orders. So let's see, how do I explain it? It's almost like if there's a large, like if there's a real fat institutional trader sitting at 53.50 with a bunch of sell lots sitting at 53.50. That's an iceberg order because every time the market comes into that, his orders are going to start to fill. He's trying to keep it below that level or above that level. We see a real strong iceberg down here once we had that absorption come in. So we had strong absorption and the selling pressure around 53.28 right down here. Once this iceberg formed with this absorption right here, this is the absorption indicator, we saw that not only was it very strong because we see the numbers are very high, it's 98, this one's 485. Buyers clearly stepped in here, leaving a lot of sellers trapped. Now these are things we want to look for that will add up. Now if I was watching ES at this point, with this iceberg that formed, there might have been a chance that we would have taken some ES longs at some point over here with a stop loss right at that 53.27. So it's definitely depends on how you use it. I like using icebergs a lot more on something like ES, maybe something on like GC or CL. The reason I don't like it so much on the NASDAQ is because look at how much more liquid the NASDAQ is. It moves very sporadically, stop hunts left and right. ES moves a bit slower. It'll react to that level a bit sooner. So it's definitely a trial and error and just sort of figuring out which one it works best for and suits your trading style. Let's see. So we'll put the NASDAQ back up. Just chopping around, still just chopping around. Very little confirmation to a move right now. Gold trying to push its way back higher too. Love that, love that. YouTube, if you guys got any questions, drop a comment below. Discord, you guys know too. If you guys got any questions or you want to see any charts or you want to go over anything on Bookmap, of course, please feel free to hit me up and ask. Always looking to help you guys further educate and get down your trading path sooner than later. Good selling pressure. See how this area works as sort of an area of interest right here. This 5-minute fair value gap, which also lined up with this area, this long blue area. Sort of just chopping, right? You would sell at the highs, buy at the lows, but right now we aren't trading this at all. All right, we are getting gold off of that fair value gap. Whoa, a lot of selling pressure up there. I sort of want to take it short, but I also sort of don't. Let's see, how would we do this? How would we do this? How would we do this? We wouldn't. That's how we'd do this. I'm considering a short right there because it does look like we might want to continue off that 1-minute fair value gap in that optimal trade entry. But I'm not going to jump into anything. We're going to wait. Let the 5 close. Look at the 15-minute. What's the 15 doing? We'll wait for the 15 to close. 15 closes in about 6.5 minutes. That's about 2 more 5-minute candles. This one needs about 1:30. Next one needs about 5. I do like gold back to the downside, the way it's forming here. So we'll see if we get one more pushback into that fair value gap, and we'll see if we get an entry in it. Or we'll see. We'll see how the... You know what it is with gold? I want to see how this 5-minute closes on gold, and then I want to see how the 15 closes. But the 5-minute's going to be a bit more important. I need it to close just like it looks right now down here. If the 5 could close down here, I'll look for the 1 minute to push back up. But we might not. We might just get a straight push down from here. So we're going to wait. YouTube, hit that like button. Appreciate you all for tuning in today. Like, subscribe. We are 1 for 1 on the day. Closing the week off strong. Chopping around, 15 seconds left on this 5-minute. We are getting a close, sort of to what I'm looking for. Let's see. Yeah, I like that 5-minute close. I'm going to take a crude oil short. Right where you see... Okay, so I'm there. I'm short crude right there. Stop loss is above this fair value gap right here. And if it goes right to my stop, I'm in very light size. We're in a very nice profit from today. So no stress. I want to move it a tick above my stop, like above the fair value gap. Wicking around right now. Buyers definitely tried to step in. Still looking at the sell wall. Wow, yo, it was a tick away from stopping me out. Let's see now if we want to continue or if we want to go back in that direction. Damn, that was crazy. Not the biggest fan? Okay, alright. Stand corrected. Gonna need that 15 minutes to close, like right where it's at right now, like right over here. 24.67. We're in some gold shorts right now. And gold shorts again at the 61%. At this point, if we did want to push lower, we would be targeting the next swing low. Or we would be targeting that 50%, really. So we're going to have to be very patient. It might not play out because remember that daily time frame is bullish. See that buyers are stepping in again. 3 minutes left here. We might blow right to that. Oh, sellers are trying their best to hold us down. We also have a breaker block right here as well on the 15. TradingView won't let me modify my orders, so my stops are stuck there. We have a nice move on the NASDAQ right now. 230 left. I'm looking for these buyers to be trapped on crude right here. I'm sorry, not crude, gold. Wonder how many times I did that today. Buyers are trying to step in though.
That was your first.
That was my first. I'm surprised.
Silver. No, no, no. Platinum. No, no, no. Radium. No.
Come on, guys. We're trading diamond
Iridium.
today. All right, 2 minutes left. It looks like it's gonna break it. It feels like it's gonna break it. Would love it if
Upside
it did.
target on gold 2470.
All right, I'm out of gold right there. Out of gold. Paper cut, paper cut. If it does go back lower and doesn't break this fair value gap, I'll get back in it. I was trying to move my stop loss to tick above it, and it wouldn't fill. Now we're going up. Let's see. Minute 30 left in the 15. 15 is definitely important. See how we close. Oh, big buyer. There we go. All right, back to NASDAQ and ES. We are in a 5-minute fair value gap on the NASDAQ. I think we'll break it. Again, I want NASDAQ to go make that new high over here. What time is it? Only 10:15. That was an unnecessary gold trade I just took there, guys. Very unnecessary. Journaling that one in a garbage journal. Right now, just by sort of eyeballing, it looks like ES might want to take out the high before NASDAQ does. So we'll see. A few zones I'd be interested in. Yo, my kidney's killing me right now. I'll probably call it a day there. If you're not feeling good, if something's going on, you should not be trading. Right now, my kidney is messing me up. So, no more trades. Discipline time. Unless we get our setup. Unless we get our setup. Let's turn off that ticking. We don't need that on gold anymore. We'll turn it on the NASDAQ. See that? We respected our stop loss here on gold, and I'm glad we did. Very small loss. That first trade we took was about $1,040. The second trade I lost was about $140. So it's like small losses, big wins. It's just the way it has to be.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I am getting there, guys.
Yeah? You feel like you're getting more confident with your setups and you're letting your winners run?
Well, yeah, I am, and I'm looking back at the the stats that you get on TradeAbate, and I've got all my losses round about the same small, and then my wins are big, so I'm making progress.
Good stuff, Victoria. That's awesome. Something I'll mention here on gold is we do have now the 78% lined up exactly with the supply zone. I'm not taking it short. No way. We're done with gold. Gold gave us our money for the day. I feel like NASDAQ could continue here. Let's get NASDAQ up on our heat map. Yeah, look at this. 18,580 would be our target on NASDAQ. 18,580, right up here. We're rejecting in a 15-minute fair value gap right now. Sort of chopping around. YouTube, I'm going to skip that ad for you guys. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Check us out live Monday and Friday. Strong selling coming in. Take a look at ES. You know what it is, when we're chopping, we gotta look at ES a little more. It's just a bit cleaner with the book map because of because of the range we're in. Icebergs are trying to form on ES, but they're failing. Gonna wait. Wait right here. Listen for that selling pressure. There it is.
All right, next upside target on gold 2472.8, which is the morning high.
Very good. There we go. Look at that iceberg that just formed right there on ES. Sort of want to scalp this to the downside. 53475. 534,750, I should say. See how we react to this right here. If we hold this iceberg, I'm going to go short. I'm going to go short. I don't know. That might be an instant stop out. Let's see. I like that iceberg. Stop at 43.5750. Nope. Stopped that right there. Yep. That's okay. That's okay. That's alright. Another small paper cut. That's alright. See the buyers. This is an area of interest. Shouldn't have gone short there. It might still continue. Still it's trying, but we might also pop, so we're gonna wait. We are going to wait. Sellers are trying their best. Yeah, equities are sort of weak. We should be feeling that. We should be dropping right now, really. But we're just chopping right now. Iceberg to iceberg. Buyers to sellers. Pretty strong iceberg here on NASDAQ. Let's see. I still wanted a new high a day on NASDAQ, so we'll wait. These icebergs are getting moved. ES fair value gap on the on the 1 minute, I should say. Next potential setup is ES short right there in that fair value gap. Hey, what's going on, Tommy? On NQ at 08.55 and 5 minute chart, went at order block. Take order block, we'll just create a pre-market. Let's take a look, Tommy. Give me 1 sec. So the 5 minute. Let me just see how we react to this fair value gap up here on ES first, and then I will let you know. 5 minute order block on the NASDAQ. At 8.55, I see one at 8.35. Oh wait, ES in that fair value gap. I'm gonna put, yeah, we might have missed that entry on ES. I'm gonna put a limit order out there on that fair value gap on ES shorts. We might have missed that entry, though. That was a fast rejection off of it. So you see one at 55, 5 minute on the 55. I don't really see one at 55. I see one at 50 sort of, and one at 35. Alright, we're taking ES short one more time here. Stop loss at the top of this fair value gap. If it stops us out, it stops us out. We're going light. We had a nice banger on gold, so we ain't stressing. Some shorts now on ES, looking for these to play out. We might not, because again, I'm still looking for highs. I'm looking for us to go high so we could short the highs, but if this is our bearish setup, then this is our bearish setup. Nope, buyers are trying. Where's this block right here? Ooh, nasty. Staying patient. Staying patient. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. This might go hit our stop. That feels strong. Yeah, we're stopped out at ES too. That is tough, man. That is tough. Gave back some profits today, but we're still oh, no way. That's crazy. Give it one more shot there since it wants to reject after it stop hunted. I'll look for a scalp because I don't know if bears will really want to continue this. I gotta look at the 5 and the 15. 5 and the 15 is my bread and butter. 15's bullish right now. I don't know why I'm looking for a short over here. Taking a look at ES. Oh, it's 7:55. I'll take a look. Give me one sec. I'm trying to see a crazy drop, but it's just the market pulse isn't ticking bearish just yet. Weighted index looks weak. There we go. That's something. Nice. Yeah, we'll look to get out of that on the next drop. If it gives us one more drop. 10 seconds on the 1 minute? It might give us a crazy drop if it wants to close down here. At that point, I'm targeting 53.38 down here. Ah, fuck it. Just give me one more drop and we'll try to get out. Not a fan of the Bears here. Not a fan of the Bulls here. Just choppy. Just crappy market. You know what? Wait. I like that 5 actually. I sort of want to wait to see how the 5 minute closes. Because if we want to just dump off here for the last 30 seconds, that could happen. Weighted index looks weak too. But buyers are keep trying to hold it in this area. So with that being said, 7 seconds, not a fan. We're gonna have to see. My stop loss is at a 53.51. 53.51. I'm short ES. It's probably going to stop us out. I'm not a fan of these. Buyers kept us up the past few 1 minute candles. NASDAQ looks like it wants to go bullish too right here. We gotta see. I'm not a fan of it. Weighted index trying to hold. Let's see. 15 seconds. We'll see if this wants to play out to the downside. But right now, every time we get a move lower, it's keep getting bought back. The dip is being bought right now. We have to take that as a massive clue. Yeah. Should have won and done it today with gold. That was too clean on gold. Yeah. Moving my stop loss 53.50.50 on ES. So like right here. Riding it tight. Still want to see bears take it home. But I'm riding it tight because we might still have some upside to make. keeping an eye on that 15. Looks like it might close bullish. 30 though closes soon too, which could close bearish. So definitely keeping it close on the stops. Would need ES to close below this level to be bearish on the 30-minute. So we have 2 minutes to sort of sell off there. But just because that's what we're looking for doesn't mean it's going to happen. 5 seconds on this 1 minute. I like that sell pressure. There we go. Nice. Beautiful. I wanted these lows over here, but this chop makes everything feel very uncertain, unjust. So we're going to wait for that 30 minutes to close, which is in 1:36. Then it's going to be 10:30. With that close, I might want to go target the lows at that point. With the right close. If we don't close good, then we're out of this. Yeah, that's no good. Just waiting right now, waiting right now. Waiting to be stopped out. Weighted index trying to hold, getting weak again. Staying in these shorts at the moment. Stop loss 53, 50, 50. We might create divergence though. I feel like I should maybe move my stop because ES might want to take out the high before NASDAQ and then we'll reverse to the downside. Still just playing it tight here. Still looking for that 30-minute close. 38 seconds. Really need bears to step in for the last 38 seconds of this candle. So let's see if we get it. 20 seconds. Want us to close below this blue level. 17 seconds. I need a strong sell-off right here. Come on, sellers. Everybody dump your whole portfolio. Let's move the market. 8 seconds. I don't know if we're getting it. Doesn't look like we're getting it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope, not a fan of that. We'll see if we get one more drop and then I'll get all out. No, we might not. Let's see. We were up about 200 at some point on this, so let's see if we get back down there. It's getting very volatile, right? So like it's dropping, it's popping, it's dropping, it's popping, it's dropping, it's popping. Nice, beautiful. I'm out right there. And just like that, we're back to where we were from that gold trade. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Went a little chasey today. We were like one for 3, but now we're 2 for 4. No, we're 2 for 5, something like that. We took like 2 dumb trades. Was it one winner on gold, a loser on gold? Nice. Oh man. Oh, I wonder how the 15 closed. Damn, man, that's crazy. We got out right here on this. So we left about 4 or 5 points on the table, but that is alright. Wow, look at that. Sort of called that drop, though, so that was clean. We waited for it. Oh, I should have looked at this 5-minute. I gotta be more acquaint to looking at the 5 minutes, just real clean sometimes. Sometimes, all the time. Look at that. 1 minute tends to chop you out. Look at this. Target would be 53.27. Way down here. Way where that original iceberg is. Look at the selling. You could zoom out on Bookmap and you could see how the selling pressure is building up. Really good stuff. Take a look at NASDAQ. Take a look at gold. Gold made those new highs. Again, glad we listened to our stop loss on that bad trade. As long as we're able to limit our losses, guys, you should not be blowing accounts. The first step in trading is not to be consistent profitable, but to be consistent in not blowing accounts, not taking large losses. I wanted to make a list, guys, and guys, give me some topic ideas too on topics I could cover when I'm live streaming for you guys. So like I was thinking, let's see. I don't even know. We'd cover obviously divergence, market sentiment, fair value gaps. Oh, somebody have an idea?
Yeah, you can go into depth on bookmap if you want.
Okay, that's a good idea. So
Keep telling me one day it'll stick. Thanks, Kevin.
Of course. Always trying to help you guys get there. Look at these sellers again stepping in. Weighted index dropping like a hot cake. Would definitely consider taking some shorts here. Not going to. Alright, let's see some topics. Bookmap. That's funny, whenever I put out a video on like TradingView or something, it like hardly scratches any views. I don't understand why. I don't know if are my charts not good? Like, do they not look well? Should I maybe change the colors? A lot of people nowadays will do like freaking like white and like blue or something like that, right? And I don't understand why. I don't get it. I guess I understand the the psyche behind it, right? Because if the candles aren't if the candles are blue and light blue, then it's not telling me green and red, right? That's psychologically not telling me buy or sell on every candle. But in all reality, you're going to be reading the chart the same way you're going to be reading the chart. So I don't really understand that. To each his own. It definitely looks cool. Maybe that's why. Maybe I got to make it look cooler. I think we go lower here. Definitely want to scalp NASDAQ short, but not going to. The reason for that's the weighted index is selling off right now, so. Look at that though, buyers are trying to hold. You could tell by the blue candle that the blue candle's a blue candle. Oh, no, there it is. Nice drop right there. Market's just sort of chopping now. Sorry guys, texting. When the market gets like this, it's like can't force trades. No, that's a good idea. Do you know good ADR indicators for TradingView? I do not, but I'm sure we could find one. Indicators. You want ADR, average daily range? We'll do technicals. ADR, this is just the basic one. And that is not good. So let's let's see. Let's get rid of this one. It's garbage. ADR. Averaged. We'll try this one. That one didn't do anything. We'll try maybe this one. Sort of. Not really. No. No, I do not, but we could look into it. We could figure something out for you. Delete this one. Keep that one on. This one has... This one sort of has it. Yeah, this one has it okay. But I don't like that one. Yeah, Sig has a good one on Thinkorswim. Take a look at gold. All the gold in California is in a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills in somebody else's name. Where my Netflix fans or my old music heads. That's a good song. It's in the movie Arkansas. Selling pressure again, stepping in. I'm looking at the weighted index right now and my equities. Look at Microsoft selling off. Meta's sort of getting weak. If Meta could give up, we're probably going to feel a hard drop. Look at the weighted index is pushing lower. That would make me want to go short on the NASDAQ right now. But we'll look at the support area we're at. So I would want to go short because of the weighted index, but I would want to be patient because of where NASDAQ is, right? And that's all. Over time, once you start adding things to your trading routine, to your strategy, to your setup, it's not going to feel like you have to look at 500 things at once. It's just going to feel like you just have to do your thing. It all becomes routine, right? I'm not thinking, oh, what's I want to go short NASDAQ. What's ES at? What's the VIX at? What's the weighted index at? What's Apple at? What's Tesla at? What's Microsoft at? Oh, you don't got to do none of that. It helps to have the equities up to understand where there's strength in the market, where there's weakness in the market, or if everything is trending together. On the other hand, once you do have all these things on your screen and you get used to it, you're doing it daily, you're getting more screen time in, it becomes second nature. Take a look where crude is. Maybe we'll, do they have a chart? Do they have a chart where it is... it looks like they do. Wait. I'm looking for 2 on the bottom. Like this one's got 2 on top, 2 on the bottom. I want 2 on the... I guess we could just do the 4. And then... And we'll put, what do we want to put? We'll put, we'll put crude on this one. We'll put gold on this one. And we'll put the NQ on this one. That way we have our ES, our NQ, our gold, and our crude. What is this chart back here? I don't know. Bye-bye. No. Wait. Oh. Alright, I'm wrapping it up. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. That was pretty funny. I meant to close out that tab. And it was like, yeah, we'll close out the tab for you, along with everything else. Okay, interesting. We'll give this chart layout a try, and if it's too much, then we'll go back to the 3. You know what? Maybe we'll do like that. We'll see. We'll mess around with it, guys. Yo, I gotta drink some water, man. I don't know what's going on today. Maybe it's gonna storm or something. I don't know if you guys ever had kidney problems, but that shiznit hurts. Where are we at? We have a fair value gap on the NASDAQ that we're trying to reject. That we are rejecting. That was a nice rejection off that fair value gap. Plus, it was that inverse fair value gap, and then we inversed the inverse's inverse. The inverse got inversed, right? So like super good.
Well, you get one inverse for each day of the week, so you can have 5 inverses because today's Friday.
No, I'm saying that guy does inverse fair value gaps like per candle. Like this 5-minute fair value gap right here, we broke it. So
Right.
So that would be an inverse fair value gap. But then we broke it again, and then we broke it again. And at that point, in my opinion, sure, this is an area of interest, I suppose, because of how price reacted to it. But is it an inverse fair value gap? No, that's just silly.
Well, okay, so let's just call it a volume node.
There we go.
Because that's really what it is, a lot of price action at that price.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. 100%. I know. I almost feel like calling fair value gaps imbalances at this point. I don't like calling them fair value gaps.
Well, I'm not trying to throw dirt here so much, but ICT did not create anything. These concepts were around before him. He's just the one that got popular with it.
That's right. I know that's exactly why I don't like calling them fair value gaps, because like you just said, he didn't create them. Of course not. It's an imbalance in the market. It's a volume node. It's a low volume shelf. It's one of these things that creates some type of pull to the market and reaction to the market. That, yeah, like you said, he just branded and marketed. He's a marketer, not a trader. Who said that? No, but he's got good stuff. He's got good strategies, I suppose.
All right, gold short. First possible target 2468.5. Then we have a volume node at 67 even.
Let's see. I'd consider taking short on NASDAQ up here, but I'm gonna go with no.
A very good chance I'm gonna get stopped out here, but I'm at even, so I'm not that concerned about it.
Yeah, the day's been pretty good to me. It was a good Friday, so I definitely don't want to be playing around with it. There we go.
It's winding up.
Nice.
Spring.
That's why we don't just jump the gun. Beautiful. So now we have, so this is what that guy would do, right? We had a 1 minute fair value gap. We used it. Now we broke it. If we closed above it, what this trader does is he buys, as soon as we close above it, he buys and he puts his stop loss at like the 3rd candle. Which, again, you're looking at a very poor risk to reward at that point. Personally, I'd rather wait till we could close above it and create a new fair value gap or something. But
well, the current VPOC on gold is 2470, so it's just a question of so we're dancing on the line. There we go with the break south. target 68.5. But I'm gonna hold out for 24.67.
What are you doing going long on gold?
Well, I'm going short, but I'm following the VPOX. May get stopped out right here for profit, but we'll see. I'm chasing with my stop a little bit.
Gotcha. Let's see. Let's play around with our chart a little bit before we wrap it up, right? It's 10:40, almost done for the day. Let's see.
All right. Well, I got stopped out. I'm stopped out in profit, so that's fine.
Nice, good. Alright, so let's see. How does this look? Not much better. Alright, looks like we're doing the square. I mean, listen, not for nothing. Setups work. Trade setups work. If something like that inverse fair value gap, a regular inverse fair value gap, that play would have worked right now. Right, if you just went long when we closed above this one right here, would have just went long right there. Could have profited, could have scalped. But just like every setup, every strategy, you have to know what the overall market is doing. You can't just get in for the sake of getting in. Time is it? Apple's trying to push higher. Microsoft, Meta new high a day on Meta. Check out our 5-minute time frame. We'll see if we want to retest. Let's see. We have a few fair value gaps. One fair value gap formed on top of that broken one. So that could be our potential entry right there. But we have another fair value gap below it. I guess I would throw my optimal trade entry and see what's up. Optimal trade entry lines up with that bottom one. So I'm thinking if it does pull back, the market's going to want to stop out the inverse fair value gap traders and go hit that other one. Yep, that's a good idea too on what else topic wise I could go over, like how I come up with my pre-market routine, pre-market levels and stuff. Pre-market levels. Looking, how we look for a setup. Looking for setups. What else? Bookmap I got on there. Trading View I got on there. YouTube, don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. We caught a fire trade today off of gold. Really great trade off gold. And then what else did we do? I think we scalped NASDAQ or something. Or did we scalp gold again? I don't even remember. I don't have it up anymore. I logged it out. Let's see. I think it was a NASDAQ scalp. Just forget where it was. Or was it ES? No, it was ES. It was an ES short. That's right. We caught this fair value gap. We caught this drop right here. We caught it to right there. That was good. Yeah, look, that inverse fair value gap shiznit is working out, right? So it's funny, as much as you could laugh at somebody or hate on something or not appreciate it, not approve of it, whatever the situation is, the market's going to move the way the market wants to move. Sometimes setups are going to work out, sometimes setups aren't going to work out. It's about being consistent with the setups you take, and it's about consistently looking for those same setups, right? So here's potential divergence. The ES might take out this high right here, while NASDAQ doesn't. Because of that, we might look for a NASDAQ short position. Alright, 10:53. Hourly candle's gonna close soon. 30-minute closes in a little bit. 15-minute, all of them close. 15 looks bullish on ES right here to continue higher. 30 looks bullish on ES to continue higher. Hourly looks pretty good. Alright, ladies and gents, I'm going to be wrapping up the stream there. Appreciate you all for tuning in today. Hope you guys were able to catch some profits today. It was a real great trade on gold. A few little mishap trades, you know, a couple paper cuts, but then we were able to make those paper cuts back with ES, and that's what it's all about, keeping those losses so small that all it takes is one good trade to make up a little bundle of losses, right? Because then our trading becomes less stressful because we know if we take a loss, we don't have to revenge trade because the market will come back. The market will give us another setup. We just have to be patient. Alright. Oh, barely. You know why? I was sitting back. My bad. I'll run that back one more time. But I was just basically saying that the way we should be trading is with these smaller losses, right? So keep our losses small. Have larger winners. Because then what we're able to do this morning, we took a really nice trade on gold for almost a 5-to-1 risk to reward. It risked about $100-$200 for $1,000 in profit. And then I took a trade on, I think it was gold. I think we got back in gold, and that was about $140 loss. And then I think I tried ES short, and that stopped me out for another $140, $150. But that's only $300 towards my $1,000 profit trade that I took. Right? So it's just about that consistency and patience. And then I was able to take another ES trade because I was patient and it still reacted to my level. Risked still again only 100, 140, and was able to make about 350, 400 on that trade. So again, it's just that patience and consistency and looking for those higher probability and good risk reward setups. So there's that high on ES, and Q still not breaching that high. Okie dokes, let's see. Sorry about that. Alright, we are wrapping it up. I did want to see how we reacted. Now we have an order block right here on ES above that little high right there. Definitely consider a short on NASDAQ, right? Our stop loss on NASDAQ would be this high. Wherever we short at this point on NASDAQ, our stop loss would be the high because we're looking for this divergence to play out. I sort of want to grab this because that's a real nice tight stop loss on there. But I'm not going to. Can't do it no more. We're done for the day. What do you think of Palladium? Let's see. Give me 1 sec. I just gotta send something to, what's it called? It's a book mat. No sound. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
We got you.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I do want to wait, see how this trade plays out right here on NQ. Does look good for the Bears because of that divergence, because of that order block. I would take shorts here, guys. I'm personally not, because I just don't want to risk any of today's capital. But this looks like it's setting up to be a pretty nice short. Potentially a really nice short, but we'll see. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Hit that like and subscribe button. YouTube, appreciate you all for tuning in. I will see you guys on Monday. Any questions, let me know. I might do a webinar soon, guys. The webinars are usually hosted Saturdays at 6 p.m. If you guys want, let me know in the Discord and the main chat and YouTube in the comments. What would be better, 6 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Eastern for the for a webinar? The webinar, we would go over imbalances, finding liquidity, finding levels, and stuff like that.
Makes no difference to me. I'm in the UK.
Sounds good. Yeah, the webinar will be recorded, so if you miss it, you will be able to see the recording.
Yeah, that topic about imbalances and fair value gaps, Kev, I could really do with going over that. Thanks.
Cool, cool. Sure thing. All right, signing out, guys. Have a great day. Have a good weekend.
You too,
Be
Kevin.
good. Thank you.
No problem. There's
Have a
that
nice evening.
reversal on NASDAQ. All right, peace out, guys.